Hello everyone, my name is Digital Box, and today I'm going to give you a quick beginner's guide on how to make a decent amount of money as a new player and start farming your reputation for hauling in Star Citizen. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to assume that you have at least flown around and understand some of the very basics of Star Citizen, like flying a ship and moving around. For this guide, I will be using a beginner ship, the Avenger Titan specifically, which is what most new players should have, or at least a ship that has similar cargo capacity. The Avenger Titan has 8 SCU of cargo space, and most beginner ships have about 4 to 8 SCU, so this should be about where you're at if you just purchased the game. Now, this method only works in Stanton, and you can do it at any of the space stations above the planets, like Seraphim Station, Port Tressler, Everest Harbor, and Bajani Point. To start this off, you'll need to be at least rookie rank with Kovalex, so you'll need to have done the trainee mission in order to unlock the rest of the missions. And to view this, you just go into your Mobiglass, and then you go to Reputation tab, and we're looking at Kovalex, so you'll be on trainee, do the trainee mission, and then once you do that, it will open up all of the rookie missions for you. So before we start accepting missions, I'm going to show you real fast where to get a multi-tool and tractor beam attachment, because you will need this for moving cargo around. So I'm here at Seraphim Station over Orison, and I'm going to make my way towards these elevators over here to take us to the cargo center. So you just come to these elevators, go to the cargo center, once you arrive at the cargo center, you're going to go all the way back into the cargo center, cargo services, and we're going to purchase this multi-tool and tractor beam attachment. So you come over to these kiosks, you're going to choose a category, which is going to be personal weapons. And then you can see here that there is the Pyro RYT multi-tool. So you can go ahead and quick buy one of those. And you will also need the tractor beam attachment. Once you're finished purchasing the tractor beam attachment and the multi-tool, you're going to make your way all the way back to where we first started. So you're going to run back over to the elevators and go to hangars and hubs. So you're looking for hangars and hubs. So once you arrive back at hangars and hubs, just take a quick stop at the storage access. So this is where your multi-tool is going to be stored in your local inventory. So what you're going to do is drag this onto your hip. Great, so now it's on our hip, and then we're going to take the tractor beam tool, or attachment, and also attach it to the multi-tool. So now we should be good to go. So now that we have all of the prerequisites done, it is time to start accepting submissions. So you want to make sure that you look for a mission that does not exceed your ship's cargo capacity. And to know your cargo capacity, just look up your ship on Google or the RSI ship website to find exactly how much cargo you can carry in your ship. In this case, I'm going to look for a mission that has up to 8 SCU of cargo, and once you get into some bigger ships, you can kind of mismatch some of the missions in order to fit your cargo capacity, but for this one, we're specifically going to look for 8 SCU of cargo. So, going into your Mobiglass, you're going to go to the Contracts tab. You're going to look for the Hauling Planetary tab, so this tab right here. And then you're going to look for any of these 50k rookie rank missions. So looking at this one, we're going from Seraphim Station, which is where we currently are, to August Dunlow Spaceport in Orison. So this is the mission that we're looking for. It's 50k AUEC, and it takes us about 2 or 3 minutes to get to Orison. So this is perfect. So we're going to accept this quest or mission, and from here we're going to go load up our ship. Alrighty, so we're in our hangar with the ship that we're going to be using, and we're going to need to use this freight elevator in order to bring the cargo that we have for the mission up so that we can move it into our ship. Now, a quick little tip that will save you a lot of time, especially when you get into some of the higher ranks, for loading cargo, is to back your ship into the freight elevator. This is going to make loading the cargo much more easier and quicker, and it's just overall going to save you a lot of time. So to do this, get in the ship, power everything on, and you can go into kind of the exterior cam, and you're going to just back the ship right up into the hangar. So if we stop here, take a look, we can see that the back of the ship is right at the elevator. So let's bring it down, and if we open the back ramp here, you can see that the elevator is right up to the back ramp. So this is just going to make loading the cargo much easier. So now we need to bring the cargo up. So you go to this little freight manager, send the elevator down, and you can see our cargo right here. So this is the cargo for the mission. If not, you can go to this missions tab and it'll show you, if you have lots of other items in your hangar, this will show you your mission specific cargo. So we just drag this over to the elevator and we bring it on up. Alrighty, now that we have the cargo up here, we're going to take out our tractor beam. We're going to start loading things in. So you take out the tractor beam and you just left click, and you can use the scroll wheel to pull things closer or move things further. And we're going to just walk things up into the cargo bay here. Alrighty, and this is the last one. So now that we got everything loaded up, we can go ahead and close the ramp. And get back in the pilot seat here. So this is the fun part. This is where we actually get to go and deliver the cargo. So we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. So let's call for ATC here.
You are clear to launch.
Looks like there's a little bit of a queue, but this gives us time to go to the maps. And you can see here that this will show you where you need to deliver the cargo. So in this case it's Orison, so we'll go ahead and set our route to Orison, and we will be ready to get up on out of here. So as you can see, it's not taking us too long to get to Orison. It's pretty quick when you go from the space stations.
We are interrupting this broadcast for an important announcement. Are you tired of being poor? Not having any purpose? Well, look no further. Universal Trading Co. has your back. Universal Trading Co., or Unit Co. for short, is looking for all types of dedicated cargo haulers across the verse. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up today.
So we are now here above Orison. Now this looks like a lot, and I know it may be difficult to figure out where you're going, but for Orison specifically, you want to look for this flashing light. There's really only one bright flashing light, and that is where you're going to land. So we're going to go ahead and make our way towards this flashing light so that we can request landing and unpack our cargo. So we're now close enough. Let's go ahead and request landing.
There we go. One spot for you.
Alrighty. Perfect, so let's pull into our hangar and get this cargo unloaded. So again, when you're landing, just like when we were loading the cargo, we're going to back the ship right up to the freight elevator and then go ahead and just land. This again will just make it quicker to offload. So you can turn engines off, turn everything off here, and we're going to go ahead and get up out of the ship. So like earlier, we're gonna take down the ramp, pull out our multi-tool here, and just bring all the cargo and place it on the grid. Okay, so we've got everything ticket out. Let's go ahead and send down the elevator. So again, you just go to the freight manager, send it down, and you can see that it's showing that we have 8 of 8 SCU. So as long as you see this green, you're good to go. So confirm. And bye-bye to our cargo. So objective complete. We can check our Mobiglass. So you can see here that we were awarded 50,250 AUEC. So for a beginner, this is great. So doing that was quick in itself, but what's even better is that we can go to the Mobiglass from the station that we're at, and we can go back to the contracts tab. Again, go to planetary. And instead of looking for a 50k mission, rookie mission, we're going to look for 34. Now you can see that this one is 8 SCU, again, like we just did. And it's collecting agricultural supplies from August Dunlo Spaceport, which is where we're at, going back to Seraphim Station. So if we accept this, we can just do another 8 SCU, load it up from our cargo elevator here, right into the ship, fly back up to Seraphim Station, and do it all over again. So this is basically an infinite loop where you can make 50k and 34k, and you should be able to make around 250 to 300,000 AUEC in 30 minutes, depending on how fast you can load and unload and get down here. But for a beginner, I think this is a great way to, 1, farm your rep, and 2, get a lot of early money, because you know, if you do this for 2, 3, 4 hours, you'll have up to 1 million UEC, and you'll be able to buy some of the bigger, better ships and start hauling even more cargo. So I hope that this tutorial has been helpful for you. If it has, please like and subscribe. I'm just starting off this channel, so any support is greatly appreciated. But I'm going to continue this series and do some more routes for even bigger ships and more cargo. So if you like this, then farm up that money, farm up the reputation, and we will see you when you have a bigger ship. Thanks everybody.